magic man, the tennis preacher, psychic, and prophet, coming back at you with another video. Okay, people, I want to revisit a video I made a couple days ago where I said that it was titled, "Who has had the better year between Nadal or Federer?" And I said it seemed like it was close, but Nadal actually had the better year unanimously. So I really didn't get any comments about it disagreeing with me. I didn't even hear any Federer fans disagreeing with me even, but I did get, I don't know if he was a Federer fan, but I guess he is, which is fine. He didn't say that Federer had a better year, but he said it's a close one. And so he laid out, the Federer achievements for the year versus Nadal achievements. So that was good, but I had a problem with the conclusions he made on a couple. Okay, let me give you an example. He said, okay, for example, that Federer, I told y'all that the reason why I think Nadal unanimously won is because Federer totally skipped the clay court season. And Nadal, not only did he play it and win, he had historic wins. So the guy said, well, okay, he sort of said it sort of lightly. He said, well, Federer skipped the clay court season, but Federer dominated Nadal 4-0. Let me say something about that. And the reason why I'm revisiting this topic, because this is going to lead to another video I'm going to make later today, and I'm going to get the Nadal fans on this one. This whole thing about head-to-head just means something, but playing the field means more than like a head-to-head record. So Nadal, listen people, even though Federer beat Nadal 4 times this year, let's say but still Nadal, like when Federer beat Nadal in Miami, Nadal was still in the finals. It ain't like Federer won and Nadal got upset the first round. Like Federer just beat Nadal in Shanghai, but Nadal was in the finals. So Federer got 1,000 points, Nadal got 500 points. So Nadal was still right there. Even in Indian Wells, when Federer beat Nadal, Nadal still made it to the quarters. And so I'm just saying, and even this after the US Open, like I said, Nadal won like 15 consecutive matches on hard court. But let me compare this thing. What I'm saying, what bothered me was this whole deal that Federer beating Nadal 4-0 is equivalent to Nadal's historic clay court season. Listen, man, when Nadal entered the French Open, listen, I'm not even counting the French Open win. Nadal was 17-1 on clay. So that overrides Federer beating Nadal 4-0 this year. Because remember what I said, even though Federer beat Nadal was still in the finals at least a couple times with Federer. We just saw that with the Shanghai. So Nadal still got 5, where Federer got 1,000 points in the Shanghai victory. Nadal still got 500. So let me get back to my point is that, and I'm going to do a video on this whole head-to-head thing, because Nadal fans been saying this, well, Nadal should be the greatest because he got the best head-to-head record. Man, head-to-head don't even mean that much when it comes to the greatest of all time. It's how you play the field. And so what I'm saying is, if you want to compare, there is no comparison to the way Nadal played the field, being 17-1, entering the French Open, plus he actually won the French Open. So that's much greater than beating somebody 4-0 in a year. Okay, so let me tell you another thing he said was, okay, he said, well, Federer got one more extra Master Series title, and then he acknowledged that Nadal was in the finals of the Australian Open. And I told you that's another reason why Nadal had a better year. Not only does he have 2 majors like Federer has 2, but Nadal also was in the Australian Open finals, and he was up 3-1 the 5th set. So the guy was saying that's equal. Listen, people, I would rather be in the finals of a major than to win Indian Wells. Believe me, I'd rather be in the finals. I'd rather lose against Federer in the Wimbledon. I'd rather come through that Wimbledon tunnel. You know, you come through that tunnel, the Champions Tunnel. I'd rather lose in the finals of a major than to win Indian Wells or Shanghai. You can have that. And not only that, obviously the tennis officials feel the same thing. And you know why? Because the Master Series is worth just 1,000 points. If you lose in a major, that's 1,200 points. So obviously, officially, a finalist is losing in the finals of a major is greater than winning the title of a Master Series. Now, I mean, that can be subjective, but I'm just giving you the official points that you will accumulate if you were a finalist versus winning a Master Series. So, I mean, now the guy did say something. Now, listen, his argument was not crazy. He laid out the stats. I just disagree with his conclusion. Now, he did say something that I do sort of agree with this. If Federer wins the Paris Masters and that ATP finale, okay, I got to go back and it'll be much closer then. And even then, though, if I gave it to Federer, he would still barely edge out Nadal, even with that. Okay, people, so that's it, man. Magic Man, tennis preacher, prophet, psychic, signing off. Have a nice day, people.